Hi guys, so what we're going to do is just prime her eye with the primer potion from Urban Decay, and then we're going to go in and set her eye with a light shade. It could really be any skin tone shade or a white, just to really get pigmentation. Next we're going to grab a light color and blend that all the way into her crease. That way we have a transition color and the darker shade won't be too harsh when we apply. The following shade will be from the Kylie Cosmetics, and all we're going to do there is just basically blend in through her crease and some on her lid, and then we will basically be going back in and blending that out. And as you can see, all I'm doing is going back and forth, and just blending that out, and also in circular motions just to help the transition be a lot smoother. Here I'm just going to go back in and make sure that everything is nice and blended, just to make sure that the shade is not too harsh towards the inside of the eye. Next, we're going to grab some concealer. You could use whatever you like. I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Camouflage Concealer, and just grabbing a flat brush and basically applying that onto her lid. I'm only going to go halfway to her crease because we don't want to cut the crease all the way, but we do want to give it a more defined look, and this will definitely make the eyeshadow pop. Here we're just setting her eye with the Sweet Peach shade White Peach. It's a really nice off-white shade, and it's perfect for any skin tone, I believe. So that's always my go-to when setting the eyes. And remember, powder to powder are easier to blend, so it makes the application a lot smoother. Next, we're going to be grabbing Candied Peach from the Sweet Peach palette as well, and applying that in between the concealer and the dark shade. It'll give it a ombre effect, so basically all you're doing is making the application a lot smoother. Next, that's the Glitter and Shimmer eyeshadow base from Too Faced. It's probably one of my favorite things to do before I apply any shimmer shade because it will give your eyeshadow a more defined look, and of course it'll make the eyeshadow pop. So here we're just gonna apply once again to make sure that it is nice and set. Grabbing that shimmer shade from the Kylie Valentine's Day mini collection. Here I'm just applying that onto her lid. It basically made the eye pop a lot more than we expected. We were going to keep it matte, but of course I can never stay away from any shimmer or glitter if anything, so we are pretty glad that we made that decision because it did make the eyes pop. And also always remember, a little shimmer can go a long way. So here I'm just applying some eyeliner. What I am using is that NYX Matte Liquid Studio Liner. It's super easy to apply. It's actually really affordable. So if you haven't checked it out, or if you're looking for a good and long-lasting eyeliner, I would highly recommend checking this one out. For brows, we're going to be using the Anastasia Brow Pomade in Soft Brown. It's not too dark, it's not too light. It's perfect for her because she does have an ombre going on. And all we want to do is bring her eyebrows out, not make them too dark or too light, or another way of saying it, we don't want to make her eyebrows look too harsh. So basically all I'm going to be doing is grabbing that pomade and running that through her brows just to fill them in and basically make her eyebrows pop, but not in a harsh way or in a too light or too dark way, just basically forming them in and applying that all over her brow form. do is clean up around the brows, and I'm just grabbing the same concealer that I used to cut her eyes with. I guess cut the crease out, not basically cut her eyes out, but yeah, so this will just help the eyebrows be a little more cleaner and a little more sharp. So here I'm just going to be applying Clinique all over her face. And I know a lot of you are probably wondering why I do my foundation after the eyes. I just love a better and cleaner application when it comes to foundation. And if there is fallout and you've already done your face, you have to go back in and clean up. As opposed to doing this step, I can clean up any fallout or any eyeshadow before I apply my foundation, and it just gives it a more cleaner look. Here I did apply some oil onto my brush just because it will keep the skin a little more moist, and especially out in our weather, which if you guys are familiar with Oregon weather, it is super drying to the skin. So I just applied some oil onto my brush and started applying her foundation. Shape tape from Tarte. It is absolutely amazing. I will never switch over. It's just amazing, and I'm just highlighting the high points of her face. And bronze up the face, I'm gonna be grabbing Anastasia's light to medium contour kit and grabbing that middle shade and start to contour and create shadows on her cheeks, temples, and around her nose. Her face a little more, we did use the NYX Photo finishing setting powder. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, we're just gonna be baking her face for a little while we go back into the eyes and finish that up. We're gonna be using that dark Kylie shade and applying that onto her waterline towards the bottom, just to give it a little more depth and make it a little softer, I guess, not so harsh, because if we did go back in with a dark pencil or anything like that, I believe that it would make the eyes a little too dark. So we are just going to be using the same shade, and we're going to be buffing that powder off after it's done baking, just enough to give the face a little more definition. Now for blush, we're going to be using Romantic Rose from Milani Cosmetics. It is the perfect shade for any pink or nudie looks. Now always make sure to curl and apply a simple coat of mascara before applying your lashes. And here we are using the EYELURE x Nicole eyelashes to finish up the look, and we will be applying those on. And I did decide to go with a pink lip, so we used KOKO K in the Kylie Cosmetics line and basically applied that all over. Now I'm pretty excited about this next step. It is the Anastasia x Nicole Glow Kit. It is absolutely amazing, just so pigmented and so much fun. The colors are absolutely beautiful. Here I'm doing a little swatch, just look at that, it's gorgeous. But anyways, we are going back in and applying that onto her face. And if there's any questions on that pigmentation, girl, just look at that glow. Absolutely beautiful. To finish up the look, we are just giving her hair some curls. We did touch up her color before we did her makeup, and now here I'm just curling her hair onto some nice and loose curls. I was super excited and super glad that she let me do this, so thank you, Vicky, for being such a doll and letting me play with your face. You look absolutely beautiful, and once again, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe or like this video.